All right, you guys, I just wanted to make a quick video highlighting this stereo upgrade, company called Saita, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I don't know if I am or not, but I'll put a link in there as well for the head unit. So it's a 12.3 inch upgrade to the original screen in a Honda Accord for the 10 gen. I've been looking at some different products for a while. I'll just get straight to it. This is starting it up. So it kind of pulls up from the last thing that you had up. So the last thing I had was Bluetooth trying to pair some controllers or something like that. So just get to it. This has a full Android tablet. It can run CarPlay. It can run Android Auto. You just see I had an email alert that popped up. Gives you full access to a Play Store as well. I customized my home screen to have these icons on there, but you can also swipe to different screens with different apps and everything also. It actually comes with these three on a home screen, so like navigation, music, and everything. Get that off there. Navigation and everything like that. And music and radio. So you also have different things, like I use Google Drive a lot. So if you press the home screen twice, well, once it'll go back to the actual home screen, but I use a plethora of Android apps. So you see I have Spotify already on here. The great thing about it, it's not like a mobile version of Spotify. It's the full version of Spotify. So it pulls up, everything that you would need. You got your play songs now playing here. Then you can scroll through everything on this side. So that's great. You also have, if you want to play direct music, I use this app called Jet Audio to play direct music, like MP3s and everything like that. So they have that as well. You can also Netflix, log into your Netflix account. You have direct access to it. All of the profiles that'll populate as well. My son is into Sonic, so he changed me to Shadow. And it'll pull from here. The great thing about this head unit, and I've done some research on some other head units, is that this head unit has a 4G SIM card slot. So if you have an extra phone line, you can just pop it in and then it'll be good to go. So this has its own dedicated connection for LTE. So I don't have to connect my phone or anything to it, which I like not having to do that, because sometimes you want to just have a phone call and still have your radio going for whatever it is. So I have on my home screen Netflix, Drive, Play Store, Telegram. I can listen to my music from Telegram, YouTube Music, Eternal TV. One thing that I did, I mean, it depends on what applications that you actually like, because some things, you may not want. Some things you may want. It has wired and wireless Android Auto, so you can do that as well. It has an APK installer, so if you have an APK that's not in the Play Store, you can still install it on this tablet, so that's great. I really bought it for upgrading a lot of the things that I wanted. My past radio was glitching a lot, and it was the Honda factory radio, but it was glitching a lot with the Bluetooth connection. But now with this, I don't even connect my phone to Bluetooth, because I played the music directly from the actual tablet. So you have that. I did add, and they had a front camera option, but I did add a front camera from the same company as well. So you can see this is my front camera. So when I'm pulling up, I have a ground effects kit on the front of my car. So sometimes if my wife driving my car and getting closer to the curb, she don't drive my car a lot, so she probably would hit my lip on the car, the front lip. So with that, she has this now, and I have it too if I want parking. I normally back in a lot of my spots, but now I can do this. If you want to switch to the rear camera, you can switch to the rear camera as well. I bought the front camera from the same company. As you can see, it's very, very clear. The rear camera is not as clear. This is from the factory, so I'm gonna buy another camera from the company to use as a reverse camera as well. So you have that functionality, so that's good. So that's great. But you have a file browser if you want to download files, gallery, everything that you would from an Android tablet. But it does have CarPlay also if you guys want CarPlay. I just don't you know, I don't have an iPhone. I have Android. I rather my Android anyway. You can do direct mirroring from your phone as well if you want to, but honestly, you don't need to. But you know, if you wanted to just to cast something, you can and go from there with that SIM card. So yeah, with that you can make phone calls from it as well with QTI. You go to QTI phone and you can do that also. Um, some of the things that TPMS. So TPMS, it doesn't recognize your factory TPMS. So you would need to purchase, if you want to look at it, your TPMS readings. They have a TPMS kit that you can buy from the same company, and then that way it'll pair here, and then you can do that. So that's what I'm gonna do, and go from there. There is not a maintenance minder on this device, so you would need to go the old reliable route and just have the mileage. Or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for a digital dipstick and have that so I can see what it is, but then also have car notes so it'll pop up as a reminder on your tablet, and you can do it that way. I haven't really messed with that app yet, but that's what I'm gonna do. But as you can see, I have some other stuff on here like NES emulator, Super Nintendo emulator, Xbox emulator. It pulls up everything from Xbox that you would need. You can pair. I'm using GameCert controllers right now, so you can use that if you know into gaming and stuff like that. If you're waiting for stuff, the Netflix games as well, they download, so you can use that. And yeah, the controller that seems to work right now directly with this system is any GameCert controller. Uh, the GameCert controller shows it has a app that allows you to configure it as well. So that seems to work the best. And the great thing about this head unit, it looks factory. I've done a lot of research on. I've done a lot of research on different companies. One thing that I did like about this company is that they have a lot of customer service for it. So if you can run across a software issue or anything like that after installation, they'll help you through it, and they'll really go from there. So with all of the pros, you got dedicated data. You can run a hotspot in your car. You got full access to the Play Store. It adds front-facing camera options to your vehicle. It adds another way to call from the car. And then with this aftermarket head unit, you can hook up amplifier directly. So currently right now, I have it on a factory amp, but I'm getting some 6x4s. I believe that's what I already purchased them, but I have to purchase some tweeters and then 2 subs, and then we're going to put it on an aftermarket amp. So that way you can bypass the DSPs with the factory amp that comes with the other head unit. So you have that. The main detractors of getting this, if you want to know some cons, is when you activate this head unit, you do lose the maintenance minder here, so you can't see where your oil pressure is. You can't see TPMS here or there. So you see my light is on for low tire, but it's not true. My TPMS is fine, but I have to manually check it. So once I get the TPMS sensors, then I can pull it up on the aftermarket tablet. What's another thing that I can't reset my TPMS that shows here. Hopefully when I get the TPMS, the aftermarket, I don't know if it's gonna go away or not, but we'll see. But that's kind of a bummer. Another thing too, and I just want to be honest with you guys, but to me is you know, it's well worth it. So say for instance you're looking at this, and then you go into your sport mode. Like, it's gonna show sport mode, but it's not gonna have that sport animation that normally populates. So you lose that as well. So if that's not, if that's something that's really worth it to you, then you go from there. For me, my music is worth it more so. So I got tired of hooking up. Like when I get in the car, then I have to reconnect my Bluetooth again. And sometimes when you're driving, you have to pull over and stop on a factory to reconnect your Bluetooth, and that bothers me because to me enjoying the music is half of the ride, and I always had to pull over and do that. But this opened up so many options for me, uh, because you have the Netflix, the YouTube, different things like that, and in the settings, if the Netflix can play continuously, and then also with YouTube, it can play continuously as well. Just I'll just leave it at that. If you know, you know. But from having full access to the Play Store, it outweighed anything else. So what I'm gonna do is look for the oil life. I'm gonna look for a digital dipstick that has an app, so that way I can pair that app to the tablet and just go good from there. For Ring, I have Ring cameras in my house. I have Ring downloaded on my tablet as well. So if I have alerts and stuff when I'm driving, then it can pick it up because it has its own data. So you good to go from there as well. Any app you can think of that you'll want, I mean, you have the access to it, and you just go from there. So let me know how you guys think about this Aftermarket tablet. I'll leave the link in the description, and then I also have I think it's like a 5% off code if you make a purchase for it, and just go from there. All right, man.